Xavian Sorey, and I'm happy to be here. And yeah, let's get it going.
We're going to go over here on the right side to start with.
Xavian Harrison Reno with UJSports.com. I know downstairs we talked about your time at Georgia. Obviously, you said the biggest thing you learned was winning. I guess from a player perspective, you played on some talented defenses. What teammate left the biggest impact on you as a player?
For both schools I've been at, or I would say Landon Jackson. Landon, and just seeing what he was able to do last season, and the type player he is, the type person he is, it definitely left a big impact on me. So, yep.
Go on the left side.
Dan Peck, ESPN 106.7 in Auburn. We've had a couple of your teammates in here already. They had nice things to say about Coach Travis Williams, and they cited the energy that he brings every single day. What's it like playing for him?
It's fun. It's very fun. It's a lot of energy, and you know what I mean. He's just one of those guys where his switch is always on, no matter what. Coach T. Will is gonna be Coach T. Will, and you know he's gonna have his players ready to play no matter what. So.
Right here in the middle.
Yeah, obviously, with him being the returning starting quarterback, there's a lot of pressure on Talon to be the leader for the team. From your perspective, what has he been doing well as a leader?
Just taking it day by day and putting one foot in front of the other and not looking too far ahead. I think that's one of the biggest things with Talon is that he's a humble guy, real humble, and like I know he's not gonna look too far ahead, and he's gonna do all the right things that he has to do to become the player that he want to become and to help the program out.
And just like within the locker room, what is a kind of a good leader look like?
In the locker room, just being a good teammate, being very helpful to the younger team, the younger players in the locker room, and things like that. And yeah, I just say being very helpful, and you don't always have to be vocal or anything, as long as you're doing the right thing. And I think you're a good teammate if you're doing the right thing.
Left side.
One of your teammates that was already in here was Cameron Ball. What can you say about playing with him and what he brings to the table?
Oh yeah, Cam, man, that's my guy, and I got a lot of respect for Cam. Just y'all know Cam been part of Arkansas for 5 years, never transferred, and he committed to Arkansas out of high school, and he's still committed to this day. And I got a lot of respect. I'm very excited for Cam and what he's finna do this season, and I can't wait. I'm itching to get out there on the field with Cam and just start having fun again, and just playing football.
Right side.
Xavian, can you talk us through what it's like to play for Coach Pittman? Obviously a guy that has ties to the former school like you do as well. What's it been like to play for him so far?
It's been good, man, to play for Coach Pitt. Coach Pitt got a lot of energy too. I don't know if y'all know that, but Coach Pitt, he got a lot of energy, and he know how to get his players going, up and going. And I got a lot of respect for Coach Pitt as well. And I'm excited for him. And as far as the team, like we want to play for Coach Pitt. Like we happy with we happy with our coach, and we want to fight for our coach. That's one of the biggest things. Go out there fighting for our coach, and we feel like if anybody disrespect Coach Pitt, they disrespecting us, and they ultimately is. So that's our coach.
Middle section, back row.
Hi. So what was your moment, whether when you were little or coming into end of your high school career, where you realized this is what I want to do when I go to college? I want to play at the highest level. Did you have that breakthrough moment?
Since middle school, I always knew I wanted to play in the SEC. I used to like schools like Florida. I'm a Florida boy, so schools like Florida, that's the only SEC school in the state of Florida. So of course I went for them very hard, and I always dreamed of playing there. And all my family went for Florida or either Florida State, so things like that. And football is big in my family. Like football season come on. Whether it's the Super Bowl or national championship or whatever, we all somebody in our family is cooking, grilling, and got TVs everywhere, and we enjoying ourselves watching the game. So it's definitely a big deal for me to play at the highest level of football.
Right side.
Xavian, kind of going back to high school, can you talk about the nickname The Barber? Where did that come from? I haven't heard it used in a little bit. Hopefully I assume it's still being used. Can you take us through the story of that?
Yeah, so I used to cut hair in high school. I was just telling the last interview that I did, like it was like, you a barber? I said, I know how to cut hair, but I do not like cutting hair. Like that's not my thing. I don't like cutting, but I kind of got that name. I played basketball, and before the basketball games, kind of used to cut all my teammates and the players in there before the game, get them fresh. So that's where I got the barber name from.
So if teammates come to you and they want a free haircut, you're not going to give it to them?
I'm going to think about it. I'm going to think long and hard about it.
You got another nickname, Slide, and I don't know where that comes from.
Man, that came from like Pee-wee football when I was like 6 or 7. A couple of my teammates, I honestly don't know where they got it from. And like once, like after Pee-wee, middle school, they kept calling me Slide, and all throughout high school, they called me Slide. So, I kind of took it too. Like, you know what, I actually like it. So, and I ran track as well. I won state in track. So that was one of the biggest things that, I think that's where that name started actually. I take that back, from track and field.
What'd you win state in?
It was triple jump.
Okay.
It was triple jump.
Yeah. So you've been at 2 different schools, of course. What's been like, I guess, things that if you were explaining to somebody, this is what makes Arkansas different, just based on your experiences, what is it?
I don't really like to compare any schools, but Arkansas is just like, once you go to Arkansas and you just see for yourself, you just got to go see for yourself. It's not a place that you can just look up or try to Google pictures of to see if you'll like it. You got to actually go to the state of Arkansas and go see it for yourself. The people there is unbelievable, nice people, and the fan base is a strong fan base, and yeah, it's a great place.
Left side.
You're up there representing the linebacker group. What can you say about what else Arkansas will have at the position this season? And is there anyone in particular who's really impressed you with the work they've put in this offseason?
Really, the whole room is working. The whole room is working. And what was your second? Just
tell us about the rest of the room, and if there's someone in particular who's impressed you.
Oh yeah, we got guys like Xavian Wallace, Trent, Drew. Trent and Drew both just got with us after spring, but those guys, Trent is like, he's a good football player, very, very, very smart, and played a lot of football. Drew, he's a smart player too, and very athletic, and definitely gonna be able to help us. And then players like Tavion and I'm trying to think of some more. Wyatt Simmons, like players like them, like they working, man. They working, and they are giving themselves the opportunity to play. And then Coach T will preach in our room a lot. Like, we do not have starters, we have standards. So when Trent and all those guys came, Drew, like he went in front of the room and said, like, straight up, like, don't come here and look at, the guys that played last year, started, and think like you can't play over them. Like, go take their spot. So, and that's kind of our mentality in the linebacker room. We working, and it's competition. It's definitely competition.
Over here on the right.
Xavian, I think every coach who's been through here has been asked about the revenue sharing, NIL. I want your perspective on that, on the portal. What would you say are some misconceptions in terms of the negative connotations that kind of come with that? And if you have any personal stories about how it's positively affected you, could you please share that as well?
So when I first enrolled in college, NIL wasn't a thing. So I kind of seen it before, and now, of course, now NIL is a thing. And some days I love it, and some days I hate it. Honestly, some days I love it, some days I hate it. So,
final question here in the middle.
You talked about playing other sports like basketball and track. How did that shape your athletic journey? And do you still do some of play other sports with your teammates and stuff in the free time that you have?
Yeah. So just being able to be versatile and do things like blitz and things like that. Sometimes I may use a basketball move on a guard, or give them a little head fake, a little jab, a little crossover, or something like that. So it definitely helped me be versatile, playing multiple sports. And what was your second question? I'm sorry.
Do you do that in your free free time too with your friends? Like, do you guys go play pickup basketball just for fun?
If anything, we'll shoot. We'll shoot around, maybe 3-point shootouts, but I haven't played actual basketball or a game in like some years. So it's been some years since I actually played a game of basketball.
Great job, Xavian. Thanks very much.
Yeah, thank you.